Hey gang, it is Tuesday, September 16th, 2008. Welcome to the Musecast. It's Travis Tuesday. Very short introduction today for the real episode. I've got something special planned for you. Two quick notes. One is that last week I auditioned for a movie called Not Another Movie. I submitted for the audition myself, which means I still haven't gotten much in the way of auditions from my agent, which is disturbing. But I did audition, and I think the audition went very well. I took notes and was able to make an adjustment that they wanted from me, and I just thought it'd be fun to be in a movie that's poking fun at those horrible movies. Secondly is that this Friday is International Talk Like a Pirate Day. I celebrate every year, but I won't be able to show it for the Musecast this year, so that would be up to Phil if Phil so desires to partake in that venerable holiday. Other than that, I wanted to do something special for you today, and you've already heard about it, but basically since I've spent the bulk of the last year doing sketch comedy at Acme, I wanted to show you guys what goes into bringing a sketch from an idea all the way to stage. So here it is. Enjoy. I'll talk to you guys next week. See you in 7 days. Bye-bye. I keep all of my sketch ideas on my Palm Pilot and also in the notes folder on my email program that I synchronize with my work and home computer. When it comes time to write a sketch, I'll usually meet with someone and do what we call a co-write, where we'll pitch ideas back and forth to each other and write a sketch as a pair. The sketch that we're going to follow today is a rare one where I actually wrote it by myself and pitched it by myself. So we'll follow that.
Nice going.
Next, we meet as a company and pitch our ideas to each other. So we will actually hand out scripts to everybody and perform the sketch in a very rough way in front of the entire company. The director will then give notes on how they would like to see the sketch improved, things they would like to see added or subtracted, things that worked, things that didn't work. You'll take notes yourself, and they will also generally give you a page that they write their notes on so that you can take those home with you. Then it's a simple matter of taking those notes home and making the changes to your script. Sometimes the changes are minor, sometimes they can be complete overhauls and top-to-bottom rewrites. After the director gets all the rewrites, they'll decide on a rundown for the show and a lineup, which sketches are in the show. We have 2 rehearsals in Charlie Company so that we can practice the sketches before we get to the tech rehearsal. Interestingly enough, once we get to the upper companies, that's Bravo Company or the main stage Acme Company, there is no rehearsal from the time you rewrite the sketch till you get it on stage in a tech rehearsal.
Just go, Sally.
The third and final rehearsal for a Charlie show is a tech rehearsal. It's a very fast process, and you're speeding through every sketch, figuring out what the lighting is going to be like, where the furniture is going to be, where people are entering and exiting to and from, if the curtain is open or closed, and at the very end, you tell the person in the booth what the blackout line is so they know when to black out the lights after a sketch is done, and that's it. You move on to the next sketch. It's a whole process, takes a couple minutes per sketch, unless it's something a little more complicated with choreography or complex lighting.
All right. Next sketch. Okay.
And the last thing we do is a run-through of the entire show from top to bottom. This gives you a chance to try out any costume pieces or props that you may want to test before the show goes up, or any complicated physical effects, which are rare, but they are sometimes there. It's important to note that this is also something that the Bravo and Acme companies don't get to do. Opening night. You know, Bravo and Acme companies only perform their shows one time, but Charlie Company gets 4 performances per show. And it's a good thing, too, because you can see here that not only did I not get real coffee cups for my cast member to bring in for their sketch, but also, this line, Brandy's supposed to tell me I have a nice blue shirt, and I didn't have a blue shirt on, so she had to bring in a piece of cake, which completely changed the sketch. I made the change for week 2, though. You can also see we made the adjustment to bring the desks closer together. That was something we did to make the action a little more personal and a little more intimate. And I think it helped the sketch.
Wow. I'm so sorry. I don't believe it. I have a color. It's blue. I'm gonna go. Just go.
And that's the entire process of getting a sketch from page to stage. The only thing that remains is waiting for the final show so you can decide on which show to put up online. You can see that it's a lot of work, especially since for most of this year I was doing 2 sketch shows every single weekend. Not to mention the almost year and a half of training I spent in the Acme program getting me ready to be in Charlie Company. I hope you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at my career at the Acme Comedy Theatre, and you can follow my work and all the cohorts I have over at the theater at acmecomedy.tv. Thanks very much.